Okay, there has been a shortage of pork at the grocery store. I guess they import way too much, and the imports aren't coming in very well. So we ordered some fresh off the pig. Who did we buy this from?
The mother of cousin Roma,
Okay,
mother-in-law.
okay. So, she's bought, is this the, do you know which part of the pig this is?
I don't know.
Okay, it's a big chunk of pig. We're unsure exactly which part, but there is very little fat. There's a big chunk of skin, but not a lot of fat, no bone, so hopefully it'll be decent. She's gonna cut it into like little 150-gram pieces or something of thereabouts to have little individual portions. And in this piece, might be too big, we are going to cut the skin off the backside of it and try and make a roast, just because why not? So fun. How many kilos is this?
3 kilo.
It's only 3 kilos, but that'll last a while. It's about a month's worth, thereabouts. That roast is going to probably get eaten faster, so it will cut in, and it'll be less than a month's worth, because when I make a big roast, I eat too much of it, and that's okay. And she might like the roast. We'll find out. I got a pressure cooker, so it'll be a good roast. And she uses a completely different set of knives than I would. But if it gets cut and she's happy, she can use whatever knife she wants to use. I ain't gonna argue about it, because then she'll stab me if I piss her off, right? Isn't that right?
Not really.
Not really. See, she says that, and as soon as I turn the camera off, she's gonna stab me. Uh-huh.
He will be in the prison.
Nah, you'd bury me. Your family would pretend they never heard of me. Didn't he go back to the U.S.? Oh, don't give her any ideas. Don't say that. Anyway, lots of meat. Now we're okay for the next month. Quarantine is over, pretty much, for the most part. But the grocery stores still aren't quite back to normal. And she's trying to figure out which direction to even start cutting on this big old thing. Just turn that whole thing into a roast. Oh, no. No. 3 kilo roast. Then we don't have to slice it.
What we really need is a dog catcher, but that's never going to happen. Hello, Lachon. Oi.
This is mostly about pork, and trust me, this is pork. This is not dog. Dog is not on the menu. I've never knowingly eaten dog. Of course, with all the street food I've eaten, I can't say that I've never. Well, not knowingly. Anyway, we have 2 large packs of dogs that run around by our house. They got like 6 or 8 dogs in each. And when they meet, it's not a good thing. So I'm tired of these strays. But we're watching her cut meat because, man, we got nothing else to do around the house.
I think this is hot and then light.
Yeah. This giant piece, we're going to make a roast. We're leaving a little of the fat on it, not mass quantities. It's a fairly heavy piece, so it should be decent. It's kind of a tough cut, but that's where a roast comes in handy. Yum, yum. Now, I maintain that there is no dog in this, but I wouldn't mind if there's a little bit of goat. See, this is what I don't understand about these goats. They have to come to the end of the rope and pull it tight. Oh, now I'm filming you. You're going to leave? Yeah. They have to pull to the end of the rope to eat, or they're not happy. There you go. Stretch that neck out a little bit more. There's some better. Oh, that's much better. I don't know, man. That's just what they do. The aunt and uncle next door do cook with a lot of the pork fat, and they like the pork fat. But we both feel like, we don't want to just give them the fat only. Kind of like, hey, here's our table scraps, you know. So when we trim the meat, she leaves a bunch of meat still on the fat because it's easier to cut that way, and it gives them some meat along with the fat that we give them. So this whole bag is theirs. So they're getting, I don't know, I didn't weigh it. It's under a kilo, but they're getting a good chunk of this 3 kilos that we bought because there was a bit more fat on here than we were hoping for. We've got plenty of cutlets out of this. I'm not sure what, like I said, we don't know what part of the pig this is because to them parts is parts. I wanted the front shoulder. She asked for the butt. We don't know which piece this is, but she's cutting little steak shaped cutlets out of it, and I've got quite a bit here, so I'll be fine for about 3 weeks. I don't know why the grocery stores are all out of pork, but I guess because they do import so much. It's, I don't know. They've been out since March. I mean, S&R, Pure Gold, Gisano, everybody, there's just no good pork. So we order this fresh off the pig from somebody's yard. And then this you're just keeping for kind of whatever?
Yes, whatever.
Okay.
Maybe some vegetable soup with pork. This one, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to throw it.
No worries.
Next door, they're like,
well, I mean, you could trim all that meat off, but it'd be a lot of extra work.
yeah.
And then you may as well just let them have it.
Yes, I don't want to chop my hand again.
Oh, yeah. You don't like chopping your fingers off?
No, no.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, if you listen, you'll hear that is just Elton John's Daniel with a thump thump track on top of it. And they call themselves DJs. That's a big problem here. I love music. I can listen to techno. This, I ain't got time for it. But look, we have more goats. And when I say we have, it's not like they're mine. They're just here. Enjoy your day in paradise.